Right, hello. It is the day before New Year's Eve, so very late December. Normally we'd be expecting temperatures of around, I don't know, 6 or 7 degrees would probably be the average for this time of year. But we're sitting at nearly 16 degrees. The sun's just come out. It is pleasantly warm. So I thought I'd just address the lovely mild spell we're having. Really, it is very unseasonal, but quite welcome. I will just have a look at the thermometer down here. It's saying 15.8. Minimum temperature reading minus 1.1, which is what we had a couple of weeks ago when we had a frost. So that's the lowest we've had over the winter period so far. We've had about 3 frosts where I am. So in general, nothing too cold at all. And things are still looking pretty good. Obviously the Persicaria red dragon is frizzled away in the first couple of frosts we've had. But in general, things aren't looking too bad. Even the banana, I did cut the leaves off, but it's been pushing out a new leaf. So that is sort of a sign of how mild it has been. So yeah, I think what we'll do is have a quick look at the cold frames, because I haven't done anything on them for a bit. So this is literally just a wooden frame with some clear flexi perspex, literally just to give a little bit of protection to some of the, well, these are hardy palms, but they're young, so they're not going to be as hardy as bigger specimens, so they are protected from the worst of the frost, but they still get the cold, so that's preparing them for later life, if you like. And again, these are mainly Washingtonia filibusters, which I grew from seed. Well, they're probably about a year old now, so they've been doing quite well. I did sell a few in the summer. But yeah, starting to get the bigger leaves on them now. Looking okay. Obviously, we're getting a few yellowing leaves of the older ones, but still pushing out good new growth there. We've got a couple of canary date palms growing from seed. This is an experiment. Not that I don't need any of them, I've got hundreds of them. Let's have a look round this side. The second cold frame. So again, a lot of filibusters, young Trepicarpus. So we've got some Fortunae in here and some Waggies. So you see the Waggy there, that is really sort of a nice little stiff leaf. That is probably 3 years from seed, 3.5 years. So obviously a lot slower than the Washingtonia, which are literally, like I said, about a year old now. And some of these Fortunae are literally 3 years old and still really quite small. It's probably my fault I didn't pot them up. They're in small pots for quite a while. So yeah, they're absolutely fine. Just with that overhead protection, as it were, and takes away some of the wind chill. But yeah, they're always a bit sad this time of year in the gardens. Obviously, even with the sun out, still half the garden is in shade, as you can see. Small Trepicarpus there, that is looking perfectly good still. just opened up and starting to open a new leaf and pushing a centre spear, untouched by the winter that really are quite tough. But the Tetrapanax is a different story. I've just been having a look, and obviously the leaves have browned and started to fall off. I wouldn't go pulling these off unless they're ready, but it's just literally falling off as I touch it. There you go. So that will take its course. That is perfectly normal. You will lose a lot of the leaves on them, probably all. Obviously the centre one tend to be the one that holds on to the last minute. And a good example of that is the bigger one I've got over here. So admittedly I did cut a lot of the leaves off this Tetrapanax when I set up the frame for the cactus bed there, but due to obviously the overhead protection of the big sorry, I was heard something that just got distracted. That is the big bamboo there's obviously giving me a big lot of protection there from any frost, so the Tetrapanax leaves are still nice and green there. I'm going to get out my own shadow, so they're still actually looking okay, still perfectly green. Obviously it tried to flower. I don't think that's going to last much longer. We are due to get cold again next week. Down to sort of, well, I say cold, back down to sort of expected temperatures. The chef flower obviously browned off with the frost. I didn't actually get round to protecting it. I said I was going to give it a trial, and yeah, that's totally browned off. That harsh frost we had has browned off the top layer of leaves. Obviously we've still got some the green at the bottom, so I'll leave them leaves on, and I'm not going to bother protecting it. We'll just see what happens. If them top leaves stay on, that will give a bit of protection to the bottom leaves, and we'll see if that comes back next year or not. If it doesn't, not too fussed. I haven't actually got round to pulling out the rhizomes from the cannas yet. They're still in the bog filter. Still rock hard. So that is the Musifolia, that one. I've also got some here which is Tropicana Black, and I believe I left that one in last year and it didn't rot off, whereas the Musifolia did. But I think I will pull both out this year, because January and February you're guaranteed to get prolonged cold periods, which are gonna cause problems to probably a lot of plants. So yeah, just last note on how mild it's been. We have got in here a new leaf getting pushed out on the, that is a burgundy stem colocasia. So obviously it is undercover, but that just goes to show how mild we've had it so far. In fact, we've got a Escalenta there, which obviously the main leaves, I don't know why they're showing up through the perspex. Main leaves have died off, but there is a new leaf pushing out as well. So yeah, that is how mild it's been. So enjoy it while you can, because it's not going to last long, but let's just finish up this tree fern, which is still looking rather nice. Really big leaves on that. That's obviously getting bashed about a bit with the winter winds, but still looking pretty good. Done well this year, considering I moved it early in the season. That's really settled in well and kicked out a lot of big leaves. Right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.